Richard Screen from The Mentored Mind, and today I want to talk to you about the things that happy people do differently to people who are not happy. I'm sure you have a friend who, no matter what they do, whatever situation they're in, whatever bad stuff is going on, they always seem to have a good sense about things. They tend to be happy, and they're just generally joyful people. So one of the first things that people do, that those kinds of people do differently to miserable people, is they tend to continually express gratitude for the things that they have. You know, we don't have to be rich in order to be happy. What we do is we just need to have gratitude for the things we have, instead of kind of, being all grumpy and jealous about the things we don't have. Those kinds of people are also optimistic. They always like to see the good side of things. They always like to look on the bright side. They don't overthink stuff. Some of the worst people for overthinking are women. A guy will be quiet, he'll be driving along in the car, and all he's thinking about is, I'm driving, I'm hungry, I'd like a bacon sandwich. That's a guy. A woman's thinking, oh my God, what have I got to prepare for lunch today? Oh my God, I got to iron his shirts for tomorrow. We got to pick up the little kid from school. I got to prepare lunch for everybody tomorrow and make sure it's all packed up and cool in the cool bags and everything else. Just stop overthinking stuff. All it does, it confuses your mind, makes you grumpy, you feel like you're under time pressure all the time. Just stop that. Be kind. Be kind to people. If you can't say something nice, don't say it. If you see a guy begging in the street and you have a few bucks to spare, go and buy him McDonald's and make him, help. Be kind to people. The other thing, nurture relationships. There's probably somebody in your life who you were very close to, who you haven't spoken to in, I don't know, in a long time. Even if you haven't spoken in a few days, just give them a call, find out how they're doing. People like to be the center of attention sometimes. And when they feel good, it'll make you feel good too. Develop coping strategies. When I say coping strategies, I'm not saying if you get all stressed, have a cigarette, or you get all stressed, have something to eat. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about coping strategies like, what makes you feel good. Put on your sneakers, just go for a run around the block, or take a walk in the park, or just, take a moment, smell the flowers, take in the beauty of this life. It's a wonderful thing. Forgive people. Forgiveness is a big one. Hating people and hanging on to bad feelings is kind of like drinking poison and hoping the other person will die. All it does is it gums up your blood system. It gives you high cholesterol. It gives you stress. It gives you indigestion. Forgive, forget, just get on with your life and move forward. Have you ever had one of those situations where you kind of just lose track of time? You're doing something, you're so absorbed in what it is you're doing. It might have been an old hobby, something along those lines, or just spending time with an elderly relative and they start to tell you about old times. Those are what we call flow experiences. When you're in a situation where time just seems to stand still, and then you suddenly look at your watch and realize, oh my goodness, 3-4 hours have gone by and I never even noticed. They're great. They're awesome experiences. Increase those in your life. Be joyful. Look around. Enjoy nature. Enjoy people. Enjoy things for what they are. Be joyful. See the nice side of things. Lift yourself up with joy. What else? Set goals. Set yourself a few goals. Now, they don't have to be huge, life-changing goals. They don't. It could be a goal, well, I want to lose a pound this week. Or I want to make someone happy. You know, you can lose a pound, you can just go hungry for a couple of days, you'll lose a pound, believe me. Help somebody, just be kind. Like I said earlier, buy them a McDonald's, buy them a Big Mac, something like that. Set goals, and those goals can be goals of that kind, just being a better person. Practice spirituality. Now when I say spirituality, I'm not talking about going to church and listening to a pastor blah 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 on for an hour and a half, 2 hours on a Sunday morning. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about getting in touch with your life force. Now that can be learning to meditate, learning yoga. You know, all of these things that I'm mentioning all feed into and off of each other. Just practice some kind of spirituality. Realize that we are just a very, very small, insignificant part in this huge, huge universe. Realize there is something much greater than you are. And that will make you feel that you always have someone you can lean on. And take care of your body. Finally, take care of your body. Sleep enough. You know, most people these days only get maybe about 5 or 6 hours of sleep a night. Most people need 7 or 8. If you only get 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night for 4 nights a week, you're not getting enough sleep. And this is kind of like, you can't catch up. If you lose 1 hour of sleep per night for a week, you realize you've just not been to sleep for a whole night. That's 7 to 8 hours of sleep that you've lost in a week. So take care of your body. Eat better. Eat more vegetables. Eat less meat. Don't fry stuff. Eat healthily. So to recap, what are the 12 things that people do differently to be happy? You see, you can be in a situation and the difference between the happy person and the sad person in that identical situation is the way you respond to what's going on. So recap, the 12 things that happy people do differently. They express gratitude. They cultivate enthusiasm. They avoid overthinking. They practice kindness. Be kind to people. They nurture relationships. They develop coping strategies. They forgive. They're joyful. They set goals for themselves. They practice spirituality. And they take care of their body. What else is there? Enjoy this life. Make different changes. Make different choices. I'm Richard Screen, and I'll see you next time.